these guys, you know, we talking music and whatever, and they're like, yo, one day it was like, yo, so you know, we got I think what is it called, a regional manager, I guess, of all the coconuts stores in that area. He kind of like moves around and kind of like checks on those, and it was like, yo, he should be coming in at some point. Like, you should pull up when he does, so we're gonna tell him about you. And he been looking for an artist, you know, because he got a partner and they're looking for artists. And I'm like, what does that mean? And like, no, they trying to, you know, they want to manage you, you know. And they're looking for artists to manage. Like, are you looking for a manager? I'm like, I don't know. Am I looking for a manager? I don't know. I'm not looking for a manager, but you're making it sound like that's something that I should be looking for. Right. Like, I'm not thinking, like, I have no concept of the hierarchy of anything. I just sing, bro. So, and I've never been in a studio. I've never recorded before, so I don't have no concept. But this is before, you know, all of that. I'm just singing, you know. And I knew at some point, like, I was gonna have to record and go to a studio. I got that in theory and concept. I understood that, but you know, realistically, I didn't know nobody. You know, I wasn't even really doing shows like that. You know, I would do open mic. Yeah, I was just doing open mics, and that was like my thing. Like, I would find an open mic, and I would get up, and I would just do whatever I do, and that's it. You know.
Did you see any of the artists that we know now?
Yeah. But it's all part of where I'm getting to.
Right.
So, but yeah, and you know, I would beatbox for MCs. I would just hang out with artists, you know, because those were my people, you know, and I want to just be a part of that energy. So the day came, I was there when bro pulled up, and he was like, yeah, we look for artists. They say, you know, they were talking about you a lot, blah, blah, blah. You know, I got a partner, you know, we've been looking for artists, and we might could do something. Like, give me a number and we see what we can figure out, blah, blah, blah. One thing led to another. They called me up one day and was like, yo, I got a session that, you know, I want you to, you know, go to. I'm like, well, again, what does that mean? So they told me about the studio. It was a Jazzy Jeff studio. Down in Philly called Touch of Jazz. And that's when I met my writing partner, Carvin Higgins. He was actually recording a song for, he was actually recording a song with the guy that I'm talking about, who's my manager. He had two sisters. They were twins, and they were a group called Aries. Aries with two A's. Okay, nobody cares.
We care. Aries care.
Exactly, I know.
All three of us.
Chastity, story
you
here,
care, don't
man.
you care?
I didn't stop him from talking. I didn't tell him to stop.
Don't have
that's
bro. Like,
man.
I can't salute like, oh no, y'all. Okay,
Aries,
so
yeah.
The only reason why I did that is because that is so consistent in my timeline. When the Aries, they gonna let you know, bro.
That's a gap,
we
man.
in the house.
We in the building.
Okay. That what your victory lap.
Right.
No, be proud. Be proud.
I'm not gonna stop.
No, I
And
don't
this
want
the consistent thing you was talking about?
No. Stay on that. Yeah. Stay on that. You know,
no way to go.
Exactly. Be you, bro. Be you.
Right.
Definitely.
So shout out to the group Aries with two A's.
Really?
Why not? Why not? Shout out to the twins.
Yeah. Shouts out to Aries, and well, one of them was actually out of town, so the one that was there, you know, she had recorded her part. And he was like, yo, so I need you to get in there, you know, and do this one part, you know. And I got in there and I did it. And bro was like, oh, that was actually good. I'm like, oh, thank you. And anything else? Like, nah, that's good. Come out. You know, I was like, okay, cool. It's like, yo, you got a good voice. I think you got the perfect voice for, you know, these ideas that I got. I'm like, dude, when I tell you came across like a mad scientist, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, and I might need you to calm down because you're doing too many sudden movements. Like, I didn't even get in the control room. We was in the hallway still. He's like, yo, so I got like this idea, like if I needed you to like sing this one thing, like how would you do it? It goes like da 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 da. I was like, I guess I would probably pick a simple melody because there's so many words, and I would just go da 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 da. It's like yeah. Yo, no, it's gonna be dope. And I'm like, okay, all right, psycho. I've never. This is all new to me.
You be in a killjoy.
You know, I'm not trying to. Like I'm just in the dark.
Killjoy.
You know, and my survival instincts is like, what's happening right now?
Right.
You know, I didn't got game ran on me so many times. I got sent up the street on dummy missions more times than I like to admit. This just came across like, what do you want?
Another
man?
one.
Right.
You know.
But you're still showing up to the studio, so.
Well, I mean, it's not like I was doing anything else. You know, and plus I wanted to know like what, you know, I was a very curious dude. So but it was around the holiday season. So he was like, yo, so we gonna get back, you know, but you know, the studio about to shut down, but top of next year, we gonna start. This was in '98. So top of '99, you know, I get called to pull up, and I pulled up. We started working on records, you know, kind of trying to find our rhythm because we didn't. It was awkward because I didn't know what I was like listening back to myself like, damn, that's what I sound like. So I had to like learn how to like figure that out, you know, and try to make it sound better. You know,
right.
This is before auto-tune, before all of this. Like this was like, you know,
One take.
well, no, I wasn't having
One
that.
take
No,
soul.
we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't care how much tape we burn. We're doing it again because I'm not
talked
going
about
out
that
like
auto
that.
tune,
You
right?
know what I'm saying? But eventually, I learned how to better manipulate my voice and my tone to kind of get better results. It didn't take long. I just because I learn quick. But of those songs, was Ella's Gone, 17, Just Friends, Girl Next Door. Funny enough, Half Crazy.
Wow.
But
That's my
we
shit.
submitted that to an artist, and a year later, nothing came of it. So I took it back.
Took it back.
Yeah, put it on the second joint.
And it turned out to be one of your biggest records.
Yeah. A few other ones. Yeah, Love.
Who was that directed to?
Love.
I mean, I get that.
No,
right?
there's no person. It was the concept of love.
Right.
It's the fact that up until then, I realized that everybody ain't had the same interpretation or the same definition of love. And people have some weird, in my opinion, weird perspectives on what love is. Like, you call that love, bro? I don't know, man. Like, you got the wrong package. Like, that's not love, And I was just like really confused about it. So this was probably like the 4th or 5th song that we was recording, and I got tired of doing all of these romantic relationship songs, and I was like, I just want to do something different. And plus, I didn't really have a successful, relationship timeline. So I kind of felt like inadequate.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna start telling on myself. Like,
Right.
tell me you ain't never been nowhere without telling me you never been nowhere. So, I started getting self-conscious about it. Like, hey, bro, let's talk about something else. So, me and Carv was like, okay, but what? And I think it was his idea where he was like, what about we write a love song that's not a love song, but it's a love song? Exactly. I was like, fuck you talking about, Carv? Like, what do you mean? How, what? It's like, nah, listen, it's a song about love, but it's not like a typical love song, but we are talking about love. And I'm like, okay. Okay. What does that even sound like? So we, was thinking, and I was like, what if it's a conversation? And then my brain was like, wow, that could be really crazy. What if love was a person and you could talk to love? What would you say? And that's why the song starts off, love is so many things. I got to tell you, but I'm afraid that I don't know how. It's a conversation. So if you imagine it like a therapy session, you know, it's not really a therapy session. I don't think that that's the right. I think it's just a conversation, really, because that's, you know, conceptually what it was really like. If love could manifest itself in a person, and you could have the opportunity to talk to love itself, how would that conversation go?
Right.
And it could have really been long-winded, because what don't you talk about? You know, especially when you're confused and you don't know what. Yeah. So I think personally we did a good job at kind of like concising it and articulating the bullet points. You know, like feeling wise, because it resonated with people.
It's a
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was singing that
It's
shit.
timeless.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.